Welcome to this video. We are going to look at a double integration question involving polar coordinates. All right, so the question reads, sketch the region bounded by the polar curves. R is equals to 2 cos theta and R is equals to 2 sin theta. Okay, and then once we sketch it, they're saying find the area of the region enclosed by these two curves. Okay, so recall that X in polar coordinates is actually R cos theta. Y is R sin theta, and then R squared is equals to X squared plus Y squared. So I'm going to say, let my R squared be written as R multiplied by R. And then if I'm using this R, okay, to just be R multiplied by, okay, I get 2 cos theta. Then this will just be 2R cos theta. But we know that R cos theta is actually what? X. So this will be 2x. Okay. So my first curve, this one, okay, I'll write it as y squared plus x squared plus y squared is equals to my R squared is just 2x here. So it will be 2x. So it will be x squared minus 2x plus y squared is equals to 0. So we complete the square on this guy here. Okay, so once we complete the square there, we get x minus 1 squared minus 1 plus y squared is equals to 0. So this will be x minus 1 squared plus y squared is equals to 1. So this is a circle, okay, with center 1, 0, with radius what? 1. Okay, so I can write it on top here. So I can say x minus 1 squared plus y squared is equals to 1. That's the one I get from here. Okay, so this is just a circle. So it has the center 1, 0, and then R 1. Okay, let's look at the other one. So the other one, okay, if we pick now our R to be 2 sin theta, what we get here is 2R sin theta. But this R sin theta is actually what? Y. So it means my R squared is actually 2y. So I can now use this formula. I'll say x squared plus y squared is equals to 2y. So meaning x squared plus y squared minus 2y is equals to 0. So this means I have to complete the square there. So this will just be x squared. When I complete the square there, it will be y minus 1 squared minus 1 is equals to 1. X squared plus y minus 1 squared is equals to 1. But this is just a circle with center 0, 1 and radius 1. So this part, okay, becomes the circle x squared plus y minus 1 squared is equals to 1 with center 0, 1, radius 1. So now we can sketch these two curves. Okay, they're just circles. Okay, so let's do that. So we are going to say, let these be our axes. Okay. Okay, so we know that this one is 0 or 2 pi. This one is pi over 2. This one is pi. This one is 3 pi over 2. Okay, so let's also consider this as the x-axis and then this one as the y-axis. So let's plot, let's sketch this circle and this circle. So I'll say this here is my 0, and then I have 1, I have 2, minus 1, minus 1, 1, 2. Okay, so the first circle, I'll draw it in blue. So the first circle, they're saying the center is 1, 0 here, and then it has radius 1. So I go 1, okay, 1, and then below again 1, then above here again 1. So it's this circle here. Let me draw it properly. Okay, so that's the circle. So this circle in blue, it's actually r is equals to 2 cos theta. Or when you write it in the Cartesian plane, it's actually x minus 1 squared plus y squared is equals to 1. That's the blue circle. And then let's draw the yellow one. So the yellow one, we've been told the center is 0, 1. So 0, 1 is there. So I go 1 unit because the radius is 1. 1 unit above, I end there. 1 unit below, I end there. 1 unit to the side, I end there. 1 unit to the side, I went there. So it means it's this circle there. Okay, so this circle in yellow, simply r is equals to 2 sine theta. Or we can say it's x squared plus y minus 1 squared is equals to what? 1. Okay, so which one is the region bounded by these two curves? Okay, so the region bounded by these two curves will simply be this region here. Okay, so this is the region we're interested in. Okay, so we have sketched, so we have answered the part A. So now what about part B? They're saying find the area of the region enclosed between these two circles. So we want to find this area here. Okay, so there are a number of ways we can find this area. Okay, but I'm going to use a very simple one. So I'm going to say, okay, since this is 0 and then this is 1, this is 1. So it means these two circles, they intersect here at 1. Okay, so I can actually split this region into two equal parts. So I'll draw a line that passes from the points 0, 0, and then they also pass 1, 1. So that will be the line there. So this region, if it's passing through 0, 0 and 1, 1, then it's just x is equals to y. So now in polar coordinates, okay, x is equals to y. It's the same as pi is equals to, it's the same as theta, not pi. It's the same as theta is equals to pi over 4. Okay, so pi over 4 is simply 45 degrees. Okay, so the line y is equals to x, the same as pi is equals to, it's the same as theta is equals to pi over 4. Okay, so we want to find the area of this region. So I've divided into two equal parts. Okay, so it's just that my drawing is not accurate. Okay, but when I draw this line here, the part that I have there and the part that I have there should be the same. Okay, so maybe we can try to make it the same. So let's redraw like a blue one. Okay, so ideally what you have there should be the same. And that one looks better. Okay, and then you have that area. So I've divided into two parts, okay, by this red line here. There's this one, we can say part A, and then this one, part B. So if you want to find the area of this region, it's the same as just finding the area of part A and then multiplying it by 2, or finding the area of part B and then multiplying it by what? By 2. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do. So we can classify the region A. So I say region A, okay, in polar coordinates as r, theta such that, okay, so from this point here all the way until I meet this line, the red one, okay, this is 0 to pi over 4. Okay, so it means my theta is from 0 to pi over 4. Okay, then now how am I going to get my r, which is the radius? Okay, so the radius will be from 0 all the way to the curve. Okay, the curve which is down. So when I'm moving from this point going to this point, the curve that I first meet here is which one? Okay, I meet this yellow one here. So the yellow one is r is equals to 2 sine theta. So I'm moving my r from 0 to this curve here, which is r is equals to 2 sine theta. Okay, so it means my region over A would just be that my r is between 0 and 2 sine theta. Okay, and then we can evaluate the integral using these limits. We'll be able to come up with the answer. Okay, so this region here is just for part A. This region part A here. the one down there. So if I evaluate that integral, then I have to multiply it by 2 to get the full area of everything. But again, I can get the limits based on the region B. Okay, so the region B, it will be r comma theta, such that now here the theta will be starting from this red line here, going all the way up to here. So it will be from pi over 4 to pi over 2. So it will be pi over 4 all the way to pi over what? 2. And then the r, okay, it will be from 0 all the way to 2 cos theta. Okay, because we'll be in this other region now. We are starting from there. So the curve that we have is the blue one there. That is covering this thing. So the blue one is simply 2 cos theta. So you can actually evaluate your integral using this region or this region, and then you multiply it by 2 to get the full area of this whole thing. Okay, so for me, I'll use this one here. I'll use the region on A, and then I multiply it by 2 to get the full area. But you can also try out using the region on B. You'll still be able to get the same answer. Okay, so let's evaluate the integral now. So we've seen the region there. So now I'm going to evaluate the integral. Okay, so I'm using the region in red there. So I'm going to say the area is just a double integral, okay, from 0 to pi over 4. And then my r is from 0 to 2 sine theta. Okay, and then here I just put the Jacobian r in polar coordinates, and then dr, the theta. Okay, so this will be 0 to pi over 4, and then here to be r squared over 2, and then 2 sine theta, and then 0 d theta. So this gives me 0 to pi over 4 of, when I replace 2 sine theta here, I'm going to get 4 sine squared theta over 2. If I put 0 there, I'm just going to get 0. So this will be the theta. So I'll continue from here. This means that I'm going to have 0 to pi over 4, 2 sine squared theta d theta. Okay, but from the double angle formula, okay, recall from the double angle formula, we recall that 2 sine squared theta is actually the same as 1 minus cos 2 theta. Okay, so it means my area will just be from 0 to pi over 4. I don't know why I wrote 2 here. Okay, then 2 sine squared theta, I'll replace it with 1 minus cos 2 theta d theta. So this would actually be theta minus the integral of cos 2 theta is sine, the integral of cos 2 theta is sine 2 theta, and then I also differentiate the inside function. So the derivative of 2 theta is just 2. And then I put the limits there. 4 pi. Pi over 4 means 0. So it means this will just be pi over 4. Okay. And then minus, minus this one here to be sine 2. And then I put the theta, which is pi over 4, which is the same as sine pi over 2. So sine pi over 2 is sine 90, which is just 1. So this guy here becomes 1 over 2. Okay, so to conclude now, we're going to say our area is simply like this. Okay, so remember, this is just the area for the region A. And then we said to get the area for the whole region, we have to multiply whatever we get here by 2, right? So what we do is we're going to say the area is equals to, okay, maybe I should have been representing this as area over region A, like this. And then the total area now, total area will be 2 multiplied by the area of the region A. So it will be pi over 4 minus 1 over 2. So it will be 2, okay, pi over 4 minus 2 over 2. So this will just be pi over 2 minus 2 over 2, which will be 2 pi over 2. Okay, units squared. So that would be the region between those two polar curves. Okay, so you can try it out over the other region that I gave. You should be able to get the same answer. All right, so that's all for this video.